Hi friends, this is Becky. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my channel is all about my good midlife crisis. I am journeying through my 40s, trying really hard to get my poop in a group. To do this, I have been working on my financial, my physical, and my mental health, and today's video is going to be a financial health check-in. I am going to be working in my Budget Budget by Paycheck book, and I am going to be planning out my 4 weeks of September and how I'm going to allocate my money in September. I always start on this spread just to go over, first of all, acknowledge how beautiful these stickers are from Life in Envelopes. She is my go-to for stickers. Anyway, these are just absolutely gorgeous. This is my favorite color, this like purple that matches my nails. Look at that, in case you couldn't tell. Anyway, it's gorgeous. So let's go ahead and go over my September so far. Today is the 4th. It is Sunday, the 4th of September right now. The 1st was Thursday, and it was a no-spend day. That's what that checkbox means. I went to the gym. That's what the smiley face means. And it also would have been my father's 74th birthday, so that's the heart for my daddy. Friday, I went to Nikki's after work, and that is a pizza place here, and I got a couple of slices of pizza before I went grocery shopping. And then I went grocery shopping, so that's what those are. Saturday, I went into Lampasas to see my mom, and I took her out for lunch, just the two of us. We went to an Italian restaurant in town, and then I took her to Walmart, and I bought her some groceries and some cat litter and things, and I also got a couple of things for myself. I also picked up some Pedialyte because my bestie's baby isn't feeling well, so I dropped off some Pedialyte and a little treat from Aunt Beck on my way back from my mom's house to my house, because they're in between my mom and me. So that's what that money is, and this $15.87 was my part. There are sausage patties that I really prefer from Walmart. Like, for some reason, the Jimmy Dean is really good, but I don't buy I don't buy name brand unless I have to. The H-E-B brand of, the H-E-B version of these sausage patties, I do not like. I just don't like them at all. But the Walmart ones are really good. So I have to specifically go to Walmart to buy those sausage patties. It's really the only grocery item I buy at Walmart. Most of the time I go to H-E-B. Unless I just happen to be at Walmart. But my mom prefers to shop at Walmart, so that's where we went. And then today, I went to, this is an exact opposite order, I went to QT before church to get some cash back because I forgot to stop at the ATM. And so they only would do $25, so I bought a donut, which was $1.62, and then I got $25 cash back. And then we had a couple of visitors in town, and we went out to lunch at Dos Salsas afterward, and that is a very nice Mexican restaurant. So I spent a little bit more than I would normally spend on lunch, but it was a really, really good visit, and so I'm glad I went. And then I stopped at H-E-B, even though I've already spent a fortune on groceries, and it's only Sunday, because tomorrow is Labor Day, and Nathan went on Saturday and picked up a pork butt from Sam's Club to smoke tomorrow, and we have a friend coming over, possibly more than one, I don't know who else coming, and we're going to have pulled pork sliders and watch Maverick, Top Gun Maverick, because it is available digitally, and he purchased it on Prime, so we're going to watch it on the projector, which is, it's a 100-inch screen, so it's not the same as watching it in the theater, but it's pretty cool to watch movies on that. So that is the plan for tomorrow, but I picked up some Hawaiian rolls and some sides and some snacks just to go with the pulled pork. So that was another $22, $21. So that is all I have spent today. Hopefully tomorrow will be a no-spend day because I have spent so much already. I've already way overspent my groceries, like way. But we'll see. Okay. And then here I want to go over my goals. So my goals for the month of September, I want to continue to go to the gym 2 times a week. I have been meeting that goal, so I'm very, very happy. So I'm going to continue to do that. I want to have 8 no-spend days, and I'm calculating that as 2 days a week. And then 1 day for this week, because there's only 3 days in this week, and I did have 1 day. And then 1 day for the final week, because the second half of that week I am going to be in Florida, well, traveling to Florida. So I know I will not have a no-spend day while I'm traveling. So hopefully the first couple of days of the last week of September, I will be able to have at least 1 no-spend day. I also want to lose 2 pounds this month. We'll see how that goes. And then I want to refill my emergency fund. Which brings me to a topic that I want to go over. And apparently, and I don't mean to say apparently because I guess I knew this, I just hadn't thought about it. Buying a new car is quite a divisive decision, especially in this community. I know a lot of people feel very strongly that you should only buy used cars. And I do understand that perspective, and I do respect that point of view. I know where you're coming from. For me, personally, I have had nothing but very bad luck with used cars. I have had 3 of them in my life. The last one that I had, I did purchase from a dealership, and y'all, it was such a lemon that I kept getting rental cars. I had to keep putting this car back in the shop. I kept taking it back to the dealer and they gave me a rental car. And I kept getting the same rental car. I kept getting this little Saturn coupe. It was a 2.5 door Saturn red coupe. It was adorable. I loved that car. I should have bought that car. I drove that car so much that people thought that that was the car that I purchased. People didn't know that I had a different car. They thought that was my car. That's how much my car was in the shop. And it really, really put me off of buying used cars. I like the fact that new cars, I know what the engine is. I know that nobody's been off-roading with it. I know nobody's been in a flood with it that hasn't been reported. I know nobody's been dinging it up and blowing out the transmission and off-roading in my Kia Soul. Like, I know that it's new. And I know that if something happens to it, that is on. And Kias come with a fantastic warranty. So I know that it's covered, whatever is wrong. Like, I think the warranty is 10 years. I've only had this car for 8 years. Anyway, and then I want to clarify the reason for this because y'all have overwhelmed me with the concern that you are showing. And it means so much to me. Like, genuinely, I appreciate how many people commented making sure that I am prioritizing my health. And it brought tears to my eyes, and I appreciate y'all so much for looking out for me because that means so much to me, so much more than I can say. I'm gonna cry. I'm sorry, but I understand that your concern is genuine, and you are genuinely concerned that I am not prioritizing my health, but I want to clarify and to put those fears to rest. I am 100% prioritizing my health. I will say that I put a deposit down. It's $1,000 deposit on this car, but that is just to get on a wait list. And there is a 6 to 12 month back order for these hybrids that I want. And again, on the used versus new, like, I could get a used Toyota, but it would cost me more than the new Kia. And like, I just don't, it's just not worth it for me. I'd rather buy a new car than buy the used car, especially if it's going to cost me more to buy the used car. I don't need it right now, and that would be the only reason to buy that car, in my opinion, because they're like $15,000 more, even for the used cars for the Toyota RAV4 than they are for the Kia Sportage. But anyway, I put that deposit down to hold a spot because the back order is so long. It could be next July, August, before I even get this car. The reason I brought it up is because I'm going to start putting into my my budget $600 a month payments to myself. These are just to myself, so that I can, 1, make sure I can afford a car payment before I actually have a car payment, and 2, that will give me time to save up that money toward the down payment. If in the meantime I decide that I have too much going on with my health, I can't afford it, or if I can't work it into my budget and still be able to pay, like I have those tests coming up and I have that high deductible insurance plan. If I can't afford to pay for my health and my car gets ready, I'm obviously not going to get the car. And I say obviously because it was obvious to me, but I guess it wasn't obvious when I was talking about it, so I apologize. I am 100% prioritizing my health. And to those of you who mentioned me not canceling Found, I was actually already going to cancel Found before I even thought about getting the car. Well, I've been thinking, before I had decided to put the deposit down on the car, just because it's $100 a month, and what I am really paying for is the prescriptions. And I am going to talk to my practitioner, my nurse practitioner that I see, and see if she would be willing to prescribe me medications and follow me, and that should cost a lot less than the $100 a month. Again, I like Found, I really do, but for me, it's not worth $100 a month. Alright, y'all, so my camera shut off, but it looks like it shut off right at the end of a sentence, so that was very convenient of it. So I think that summed up everything I wanted to say about my car and my health. And again, thank you. Thank you to everybody who showed concern for me, and I truly appreciate it. It means so, so much to me that y'all are out there. The whole point of this channel is for accountability. So thank you. I am going to go ahead and switch to the weekly paycheck setup so I can get started on this budget, because we're already over 10 minutes into this video and I haven't even started the budget yet, and I have 4 weeks to budget out. So give me just 1 second. I'm going to switch the pages to get started. If you saw my YNAB budget with me on Friday, you will have already seen this first week because I totally lost track of time. I didn't realize that this was the beginning of the month. I didn't realize that this was the paycheck day, and I had not gotten this book filled out and I had not gotten this video filmed ahead of time. My weekends have been so full. So I'm going to go ahead and flip over to the first week, and we're going to do the 4 weeks of the September paycheck, the September budget for me. Okay, welcome to week 1 of my September budget. This week goes from September the 2nd, which was Friday, through September the 8th, which is this coming Thursday. And the only income that I have for this check is my paycheck, which was $1743.54. And when I document this paycheck, this is after my, all of the deductions and everything come out. So that's what I have left to budget with when I do this. Okay, so Aflac comes out on the 5th. That is $82.55. My Adobe Express comes out on the 5th. That is $10.81. My Adobe Acrobat comes out on the 8th. This is my PDF manipulator. And this is one of the things that if I need to cut things out of my budget, this is going to be one of the things that I get rid of, which makes me super sad because I absolutely love this program. But I don't need it. I just enjoy having it when I do randomly need it from time to time, and it's convenient, but I technically don't need it. I can cut that out. And Found is $99 a month, and that will come out on the 8th, which is next Thursday. So my total for, can't see where we are. My total for my bills for this week are $208.69, which if I take that from my $1743.54 leaves me $1534.85 to bring down to my variable expenses. Let's see. Well, I'm back filming at the table and I can't see the camera when I'm at the table. Okay, but it just works out so much better for me. So if I bring that $1534.85 down to here. So dining out gets $40 this week. Groceries get $75 this week. Spoiler, if you saw that first page, you will know I've already gone over for both of those. Fun Money gets $10 every week. Gas gets $50 every other week, so I put it there, but I don't think I'm going to need it. Pet Expenses gets $50 once a month. Household gets $50 once a month. Self-care gets $60 every 2 weeks, and again, this is something that I am looking to cut out. If you can notice, my nails desperately need to be done, but I am going to try to let them grow out, keep them trimmed, and stop getting them done to save myself. It's about $120 a month that I spend on nails, and I just don't need to do that. I can cut that out. Ecclesial Expenses gets $40 every week. That is my church donation. Budgeting gets $25 a month, and Contacts gets $21 every paycheck. I have contacts, I wear daily contacts, and they auto ship to me every 4 weeks, so every 2 weeks, every paycheck, I put $21 away, just so I am prepared. So the total for this is going to be $421. And if you take that from, is that right? Yeah, $421. And if you take that from the $1534.85, that leaves me $1,140 $13.85 to carry up to my sinking funds. So if y'all are familiar with my channel, you will know that I normally, the way I've been doing this, is I've been filling all of my sinking funds for the month from my first paycheck. So I'm going to bring up that 11385. Since I am now going to be putting a car payment away, which is just me saving $600 a month, I am going to move 3 of them to next week, just so I can ensure that the bills that I have to pay and the variable envelopes for next week are covered if I need them before Seth pays me, because Seth doesn't pay me on a set date. His car payment's not due until the 27th. He normally pays me around the 12th or the 15th, or he gets paid around that time. I don't think it's a set date. I think it's like a every other week situation. So he pays me normally around that time frame, but there's not a set date he has to pay me. So I don't know when that money is going to come in. But I know like the week it will come in. I just don't know the day. So just to make sure I'm covered, I wanted to leave enough money at the end of this week to cover next week, and you'll see that when we get to it. So I'm going to put $50 toward my car maintenance. I'm going to put $100 in my gifts and giving section, $20 in my stuff I forgot to budget for. This is my miscellaneous category. $25 in my clothing sinking fund. There's an extra line here because vacation is one of the ones that I'm moving to next week. Passport gets $1.77 a month. Holiday giving gets $45 a month. YNAB, this $9.19 fully funds my YNAB for the year. So I'm not exactly sure when it's going to hit. It's supposed to come out this month in September, but because I have those 2 free months from people trying it out and liking it and subscribing to it, I don't know if they'll push it back 2 months and I won't pay until like November, or if they'll deduct two months worth of payments off of my subscription. I don't know how it works. But it is fully funded if they do pull it out this month. Wondershare, I messed up. So Wondershare, I thought that I had purchased an extension of this program to go until 2023. Turns out that I bought the mobile version of this program, and I never use the mobile version. So I have to have this fully funded by October. October. So $17.50 this month, and I think I need another $17.50 next month to fully fund Wondershare, and then it'll be done, and then it'll just go back to like $4 a month. Sam's Club is $4.09 a month, and in case you did not see my YNAB, I am not going to upgrade this to Plus. 1, because that is a way I can save money, is by not spending that extra money, and 2, because I don't think that I use it enough to benefit from it. I don't do the ship to home. I don't do the curbside pickup, and I know those are big benefits from that you get for free shipping and free curbside pickup. I don't use those. And then also in the early shopping, it's so far from my house. I'm never going to get there before they open. And then also the percentage back, I don't spend enough money to make even the difference in the price of the membership versus the price of the Plus membership back in percentages. Like I don't even spend enough to make that percentage back. So for me, I don't think it's worth it. That could be reassessed if I have a big purchase, if I notice that I'm spending more, but for now I'm just going to stick with the $45 a year membership. So my total for my sinking funds is $272.55, which leaves me $841.30 to bring down to my extra debt. And this, I guess, technically should be in my savings because it's going into my new car savings. But I'm putting it here because I'm pretending that I have a car payment, so I know that I am not touching this money. Obviously, unless I have to, because it's not actually going anywhere. So I'm putting $600 away, which leaves me $206. I'm looking at my numbers and they're not right. They're old. I've redone this budget so many times, y'all. Like so many times. This line was right, but this line was wrong. So it's $206.29 to bring down to my savings. Where am I? Yeah, we can see that. And then my 52-week savings, every paycheck I put $53 a week away in a savings account. And it's the 52-week savings where you save $1, the week number that it is in dollars. So on the week 1 of the year you save $1. On week 52 of the year you save $52. I'm doing it backwards and forwards to meet in the middle, and it works out to $53 every paycheck, every 2 weeks for me. And then I also am saving taxes and pet expenses until next week. So the only other thing I have in here is registration, which is $8.66, which makes my total for my extra savings $61.66, which leaves me $179.64 as a rollover to take into week 2 of September. Okay, friends, it is tomorrow. Today is Monday. It is Labor Day. Happy Labor Day to those of us in the United States. I hope that you have the day off. I filmed my whole September budget last night, and then I went to put it together last night and realized that at some point after I filmed my calendar page and my week 1 budget, I got my record and not record mixed up. So normally I will record and then pause the recording while I flip the page and then record again. Somehow I must have hit the button twice, because the only thing I recorded after my first week was me flipping the pages over. So I've erased everything, and I am going to start with week 2. I'm going to start with the rollover that we had, and I don't need to refresh y'all's memory because you just watched it about 6 seconds ago, but it's been, hours for me. I also realized that I did everything in black ink, and normally I do colored ink. So I'll just do my actuals in colored ink because I'm not going to erase everything and do it all over again. That's just too much. So my rollover from week 1 was $179.64, and then Seth should pay me $420 at some point before the end of this week. It might be the very end of this week, which is why I needed to make sure I rolled over at least $179 to cover my bills and my envelopes before I get Seth's money. So my YouTube music, I don't have my cheat sheet out, y'all. I'm a mess. I did not plan on having to redo this, so I am sorry. So September 9th, my YouTube music comes out that is $10.81. And when we're talking about things that I can get rid of, this is absolutely something that I can get rid of if I need to cut something out of my budget. I do use it every single day, but I don't need it. I can listen to YouTube and just watch commercials in between the music, in between the ads, if I wanted to. In between the songs, sorry, not ads. I can listen to music in between the ads. My OneDrive is $7.57. That I will not get rid of. This is my extra storage, and I have years and years and years of photos and documents and all kinds of stuff on there. I don't want to lose access to that. Plus, I do use my Microsoft Office on a regular basis. So this $7.57 for that is not something that I will get rid of unless, if I have to, I will. But it'll be one of the last things I cut out of my budget. So that I am keeping. And so my total, those are the only bills I have for week 2. My total for bills for week 2 is $18.38, which if you take from the $599.64, leaves me $581.26 for the rest of week 2 to bring down to my variable expenses. And, sorry, I'm going to try to make this look prettier on the camera. So that is $581.26. Dining out gets $35 for this week. It is a non-paycheck week, so I get $35. I get $75 for groceries every week, $40 for ecclesial or church expenses every week, and $10 toward my fund money every week. So my total for my variable expenses is $160. So if you take that $160 and that $18.38, that's my $178.38 that I needed to roll over, which is why I needed to make sure I had that money so I can cover these. That leaves me $421.21 to bring up to my sinking funds. So these sinking funds, the vacation, pet emergency, and taxes, are the ones that I did not stuff in the first week. I will be stuffing them when Seth gives me his money $421.26. Vacation gets $50 every month. Pet emergencies gets $50 every month. And taxes gets $20 every month. So that's only $120 I need to stuff in there. And that leaves me $301.26. My vacation, I'm going to be trying to add some to the end of this month. Whatever is left over, this will be the last month that I zero out my budget. I don't know if I said that in what I didn't record or in what I did record, so apologies if that is a duplicate. But this will be the last month that I zero out my budget. Going forward from October forward, I will not zero out my budget at the end of the month. I'll just roll whatever is left into the next month. But for September, because I have some trips coming up, I want to, whatever is left, and there's not going to be much, but whatever is left, I want to put into my vacation fund so that I don't have to dip as deeply into my 52-week savings. And the 52-week savings has no purpose, so I am very happy to use that to take my mom to Florida. It didn't have any other assigned purpose, but I'd like to save as much of that as possible, so whatever I can put toward my vacation, I would like to. Pet emergencies, I constitute that as their annual doctor visits, or if they get sick and I need to take them to the vet, things like that. Everything else comes out of my, I just moved that all the way up. Everything else comes out of my pet fund, like my regular pet expenses that I put in every month, and then whatever's left in my pet expenses, I roll into my pet emergencies. And then taxes, I put $20 away every month, just in case I owe money next year, I'll have something to cover it. If I don't, that'll be nice, I'll have some extra money. I don't have anything to put in extra debt, and y'all, because I redid my worksheet so many times, and I've already had to erase this, I am going to be very un-Becky and not fill this out, even though I really like to, but I'm just tired of erasing everything. So I'm going to bring that down to here. I have nothing to put in extra savings, so that gives me a total rollover $301.26 to go into week 3 with. So week 3 goes from 9/16, which is a Friday, until 9/22, which is the following Thursday. I did not erase these when I redid this whole thing. So my rollover is $321.26, and then I should receive a paycheck of $1743.52, making my total expected income for week 3 of September $2,044.78. I have 2 bills that I need to pay this week. Planet Fitness is $10.81 a month. No, it is not. I am on the wrong week. Like, that is not the correct amount. Oh, here we go, more erasing. This poor book. It is $27.11 a month. And this is something that not only am I contractually obligated to keep for the next year, but I think this will also be one of the last things I get rid of if I have to cut it out, which I don't anticipate needing to cut it out, because I should be fine keeping this in my budget even once I have a car payment. But if something comes up and I have to cut it out, this is going to be one of the last things because, 1, I'm contractually obligated for a year, but 2, I do need to prioritize my health, and I do really enjoy going to the gym. It's good for my mental and my physical health, and I do definitely see a benefit from it. Let me just make sure, is this fuzzy? Give me 1 second. No, it looks okay, I think. Sorry if it's fuzzy. I don't think it is, but sorry if it is. Those are the only 2 bills I have to pay out of week 3, so that total is $36.31, and if I take that from the $2044.78, that leaves me $2,008.47. And y'all can see here's where I made a mistake, but I absolutely refuse to redo my whole budget again, so it's staying. So I'm going to pull that $2,008.47, and here's my mistake. This should be $40. I put $45 on my cheat sheet. I'm not going back and fixing the whole thing. I'm just not going to. So I'm going to have $45 that week. Groceries get $75. Fun gets $10. You'll notice these are going to be the same. Dining out should fluctuate between $40 and $35. This month is going to fluctuate between $45 and $30, just because. Gas, I get $50 every other week. Self-care, $60 every other week. Again, this one I'm going to try not to touch, so it will just hopefully sit there and not be used. Ecclesial gets $40, and contacts, every 2 weeks I put $21 away for my contacts. And contacts are not a luxury for me. I do have auto shipped and I wear daily contacts. Y'all, I am 42 years old. I have been wearing contacts since I was 13. I have been in glasses since I was in 2nd grade. I am legally blind without my corrective lenses. So contacts are not a luxury for me. I mean, seriously, my glasses are about that thick. Like, I'm not exaggerating, they're that thick. They make everything very fishbowled. I wear them at night, and if my eyes are irritating me, if I don't feel good, I wear them, and I can navigate the house. It's really not safe for me to drive in them. I'm just not used to seeing through them. Plus, they're very inconvenient and slide down my nose because they're heavy, because they're big glasses. I can't wear sunglasses with them. I can't really afford to buy 2 sets of glasses. Contacts are not a luxury for me, they are a necessity, so this is something that will not be cut out of my budget. I'll have to cut down on dining out or something else before, because this is a necessity for me. And I do get the Hydro lenses. They're a little bit softer and better on your eyes because I do wear them every single day, and I have been wearing them for so long. I need to get nicer lenses. But I don't think $42 a month is bad. That's not much more than $1 a day for contacts, so I'm happy with that. And they do ship directly to my house, so that's super convenient. So my total for my variable expenses for this week is $301, which leaves me $1707.47 to bring up to my sinking funds, which I don't have any. The only other thing I have is my 52-week savings, so I'm just going to pull that $1707.47 directly over here. And then again, every paycheck I pull $53 out to put into my 52-week savings. So my total for my extra savings, which is just savings, is $53, leaving me $1654.47 to pull into week 4, which is going to be my final week of September. Okay, and week 4 for September for me goes from 9/23, the Friday, until 9/29, which is a Thursday. Technically, my October budget is going to start on the last day of September, but that last day of September is a paycheck day for me because technically September is a 3-paycheck month. Excuse me, I'm going to make October my 3-paycheck month. Because that way my October budget only has 1 day of September instead of my September budget having 6 days of October in it. So it just works better in my mind. My rollover was $1654.47, and I have a lot of bills. So technically, and that is the only income I am anticipating. I don't have any anticipated income other than that. Technically, these last 2 bills aren't actually due until the next paycheck, but because I have so much coming out of the next paycheck, and I want to, I don't want to mess myself up in October, so I moved these 2 bills into September. Plus, because I am leaving on the 30th, that Thursday I'm going to, or the 29th, that Thursday I'm heading out to go to Florida. That's the start of my vacation. I will pay these to Nathan before I leave anyway, so these are actually the day I will pay them. I will pay them out of this check. Okay, so Suddenlink, which is actually now Optimum. They got bought out or merged or something. I don't know, but it still says Suddenlink because that's the way it's been forever and ever and ever, and that's how it is in my brain. That's $53.87. My consolidation loan is $167. Now y'all notice that I am obviously still making this payment because I haven't traded in my car. But once I do get a new car, this payment will go away because this consolidation loan, I used my car as collateral. So technically this is a car payment for my current car. So when I trade in that car, I won't have this payment anymore. So this will $167, which I am including in my budget while I am still pulling that $600 out, will not be included in my budget once I actually make the car purchase. So there is a lot more room in my budget than I may have indicated in my Why Not Budget With Me video. I tend to be overly cautious just because I was so careless with money that I want to overpad my budget, so I want to give myself more room. And me going through and saying what I can cut out isn't me saying I'm going to cut it out, it's just me saying this can be cut out if I need it to be. Cinemark is $10.81, and on the surface, this may seem like something I can cut out easily, except I don't want to cut out all of my fun. And it's less than $11 a month, and I do use this very regularly. It gets me a movie ticket every month. It gets me 20% off of my concessions. It saves me online booking fees even if I'm not using my ticket. It saves me a lot of money, and it's only $11 a month for something that I enjoy doing and gives me a day out. So this, I think, is well worth keeping. It will also be one of the last things I cut out because you don't want to cut out all of the fun in your budget. Otherwise, you're not going to stick to it. It's not going to work. My water bill is $120 a month. It's not. It's normally between $110 and $120. But I always budget $120 because that's the high end of what it has been. So I think only once in the 8 years I've lived here has it been more than that, and it was like $121. So I'm very comfortable just budgeting $120. Seth's car payment comes out on the 27th. That is $269.85. My mom's phone, I don't know what it's going to cost. So I mentioned in my last budget that I had gotten them up. So this is also Optimum. So Suddenlink and Optimum merged, so that I already had this phone set up for my mom. I mentioned last month that they sent me an email saying it was going to increase. They did not increase it last month. I don't know what it's going to cost. It's been 63 something the last couple of months. I'm just going to budget 70 because if it goes up, I want to have a little bit of a buffer in there. I don't know what it's going to. I don't know if it's going to 65. I don't know if it's going to 75. I don't know what it's going to cost me, but I'm going to budget 70. My rent, I pay to Nathan. I budget $500. My rent is technically only $400 because Nathan is amazing. My rent is only $400, but he pays the electricity bill, the cell phone bill. I have a line on his children's family plan. Just it was cheaper. So he pays those two bills, and he pays the gas bill, and then obviously the mortgage. So he puts all of the bills that he pays into an app called Splitwise. I put the internet and the water bill into Splitwise, and I normally end up owing him around $500 at the end of the month. Sometimes it's slightly less, sometimes it's slightly more, but $500 is the average amount, so that's what I budget. And then the couch payment, if you are new to my channel, this is a couch that Nathan financed for me when he purchased furniture for his children's rooms. Since he was already doing the no interest financing, he just put my couch on there with his furniture, and I gave him $50 a month. I have 2 more months to pay, so I owe $150. So when I pay this one, I'll owe $100. So then October and November, it'll be paid off at the end of November when I pay that one. So I'm almost done with that. So those are the bills that I need to pay out of this check, or this week. The total for that is $1,241.53, and if you take that from the $1,654.47, it leaves me $412.94 to go down into my variable expenses. So $412.94. Dining out, because I put 45 in last week, gets 30 this week instead of 35. Groceries will get 75. Just because it always does. Fun will get 10, and Ecclesia will get 40. Those are going to pretty much stay the same. So these 4 you should see on every week. Dining out should fluctuate between 40 and 35. The rest of them should stay the same. If I have something big, like maybe the week of Thanksgiving, I'll put some more money in here. But for the most part, this is what it's going to be. And then that makes my total $155. Leaving me $257.94. Okay, here is where I'm going to put my whatever's left, since this is the last week of September for me, $257.94. I want to put everything that I have left in vacation, except I need to make the extra payment for Seth's car. So Seth pays me a set amount every month. The $269.85 is the minimum that is due for his car, but we agreed when I refinanced that car that he would continue to make the same payments he had been making before the refinance. So he is doing that. So since he is paying me, I need to make sure I put the $55.42 away for him. So if I take that from the $257.94, that leaves me $202.52 to put into my vacation fund this month. So 202.52 is my total for my sinking funds, which leaves me $55.42 to bring down to my extra debt, which I will then put towards Seth's car, which gets me to $55.42 total, a zero-based budget. That is my September budget. I hope that y'all's budget is looking good. I know that this summer has been very tight, and it wasn't just for me. Apparently, maybe it's a summer thing. I thought it was a me thing, but maybe it's a summer thing where budgets just get super tight in the summer. So many of you that I watch have talked about having to redo your budgets, have talked about how tight it was. A lot of people didn't. Awesome. But a lot of people did, and so it makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Also, I think I said this in one of the times I recorded, but I don't think it made it into this. I am going to not be tracking my spending in the Budget Mom book anymore. I will close out the weeks just to see how I did, but I'm not going to write down every transaction like I have been, because they never add up. So I feel like I'm doing double work. It's taking me lots of time to do, and it's not getting me any benefit because it's not adding up. So this stopped recording again, and I'm not sure where. I'm pretty sure we got to the end of the budget, so I'm just going to do my sum up in here, and hopefully I don't double anything. So, to sum it up, going forward in my Budget Mom book, I am not going to be tracking my daily expenses. I am going to use YNAB to track my daily expenses. Budget Mom book never adds up for me on my tracking. I do find it very useful to plan out where I'm going to put my money and then to track what I did use versus what I said I was going to use. I love that aspect. I love the charts at the beginning that let me see how much I've saved and how much I've spent versus what I haven't saved, what I wanted to, how much I've paid my debt down. I love so many aspects of this book. It has helped me so much in my saving. It has helped me in my planning. But for the tracking, it doesn't really work for me. So I am going to not waste my time. I feel like I spend hours writing everything down and clearing it when it clears. And really what I do is copy out of what I've already put into YNAB, because I put it into YNAB instantly. Like as I'm leaving the store, I'll put it into my phone. It's instant for me for that one. And then when I get home, I'll write it all in here. And I don't need to do that. I feel like I'm double doing it and it doesn't add up in here. I don't know why. Because it adds up in YNAB, and I've literally copied it out of YNAB into this book, and it doesn't add up here. So I don't know why it doesn't, but I'm going to stop, free up some time, and not do that anymore. Okay, that's my spiel for my Budget Mom. I am going to sign off. It is Labor Day now, and Nathan is smoking a pork butt. Our friend is coming over this afternoon. We're going to eat some pork sliders, and then we're going to watch Maverick on the big screen. Nathan has a projector, so it's like 100-inch, I think. I don't know. It's really big, so it's going to be cool to watch Maverick on that. Not quite the same as going to the theater, but, you know, it's home, so I don't have to pay for food. Anyway, that's my plan for this holiday. What are y'all doing? Is it a holiday where you are? I don't know how many of y'all in the United States and how many are elsewhere, but in the United States, it is a holiday. If you are working today, I am sorry. I know that it's not fair, and I appreciate you and giving up time with your family and your friends to keep this country running. That means a lot to me, so thank you. Okay, one more little thing. I want to again say thank you. Thank you to all of you who commented and are very genuinely concerned about myself and prioritizing my health and my mental health over my new car, which isn't necessary. I truly, truly appreciate you, and I love you, and thank you for that. Please, please continue to keep me honest. If you see me or you think you see me doing something counterintuitive to what I am trying to do here, please do call me out on it and let me know, and I promise I'm not going to get mad. It means so much to me that y'all care, and thank you. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. If you would please just give this video a thumbs up on your way out. It does help the YouTube algorithm know that this is content that is enjoyable to people looking for content similar to this, and it promotes my channel. If you are not yet and would like to be, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's free. It gets you access to my content, and it helps out my channel so, so much. You can also hit the notification bell, though. You don't have to, but you can, and then it will tell you every time I post a video, and you can be one of the first to watch. I hope y'all are having a fantastic day wherever you are, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.